184 public episode.
Public pubic episode 184.
No!
184 and a
What?
motherfucking cop.
What's the problem?
You know what? I don't think I've ever told this
No.
story on the podcast before. When I was in high school, there was a kid. It was a bad kid who I later worked at McDonald's with. I think his name was JR. And on the school bus, I guess they were painted on, or it was like stick-on letters, and it said public. And he pulled the L off and made it say pubic. The principal got pretty upset, and I guess everybody blamed it on a mentally handicapped kid.
Oh, good.
Oh, no.
I'm not sure if he actually got in trouble. That was just the story I heard, is that it was that
Okay.
kid that took the blame
Damn.
for it, but I don't think he really got in trouble. I think
Yeah.
they would have been able to figure out by talking to that kid from me having talked to him.
Those kids get blamed for everything in school.
I think that probably does happen sometimes where they blame it on that kid and then they don't even talk to that kid. That's just the
Yeah.
easiest person to pin it on, and then they're like, well, I don't think they actually did it, but it's way easier to just
But
say,
then what
oh,
are we going to do?
it was him. He did it. And he's like, oh. Yeah, see?
Don't give him detention. He likes it.
There was a kid in my class. So I went to a Catholic high school, but we only had mass on like the special, like the high holy days, because there was no church attached to our school. And I forget what day it was, but he went up and took communion and then didn't ingest it, and he kept putting it in his pocket, and then he drew a smiley face on it and taped it on the inside of his locker, and like the teacher saw it and he got suspended
Jesus
for
fucking
like
Christ, dude.
3 weeks.
Yeah. Exactly. It's Jesus' body, dude.
So
yeah,
weird.
it is. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're hoarding it. You're hoarding his body, dude.
They get real intense about the communion because you're just that's Jesus, dog. You can't disrespect Jesus.
I'm sure it happened here or there, but I remember going to like really traditional church. There's always that boogeyman of people telling stories like, I heard there was a Satanist at the church earlier that stole a host. They use it in their black masses. Like,
That's its own punishment. They're eating those shitty ass crackers.
They would always make up the funniest shit. Like, well, that's the funniest thing too. Like, our church, you couldn't even take it on the hands. Like,
Yeah,
this guy
you
had to
have to get
fucking
on your
tongue
knees
it
and
like a
put it in-
pill
Yeah, God, nightmare.
not let it dissolve and then put it in his pocket. The absolute worst church to do that type of thing.
I told you when I was like in 5th grade, this crazy German lady that went to church, like after coming back from communion, she like ran over to me and grabbed my arm and accused me of not eating it.
Holy
I was like,
shit.
what the fuck are you talking about?
It's so weird.
What is happening
It's just
here?
so weird. That's why the Spaniards were so easily able to convert the Aztecs, because they taught them about it and they were like, oh, cannibalism. We love cannibalism. Yeah, that's great.
This is cool.
Plus, we don't have to actually eat the meat. It's bread. That's even better.
That's easy. Yeah,
a lot better
because it kind
idea.
of tastes like, I don't think human meat tastes
Yeah, it's
good.
probably not
I couldn't
that good.
tell you for sure. Yeah, it's pretty gamey.
They would have eaten it all the time if it was that good, but they only ate it once in a while.
Yeah, right.
We used to. Our church was known for having like tons of altar boys, like at once, to the point where on like the holy days we'd be there like an hour and a half before mass, just going over whatever, mostly just dicking around, obviously. And one day, one of the sacristans, like the younger priest, came into the server room with this big like it's like a container like the Costco cheese balls, but it was the hosts. He's like, hey, these technically went bad. You guys could just have them. So we were just sitting there munching on hosts before mass, like this popcorn.
You ever go over to someone's house and they have the big plastic thing of the communion wafers on the fridge? You're like, damn, I bet those are stale.
taking
You could
those
just
out.
buy those at any of the Catholic stores. They sell them.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to show
The
ID.
the store in Detroit is called Fuchs. Spelled Fuchs.
I forget, man. There was a bunch in
Fucks.
Akron. But yeah, you can just go there and like you can just purchase them, and like that's because the church would just like buy them, and then in the cupboard you'd open one of the cupboards, and there's just like all these rows of just crackers, communion wafers.
Hey, it sounded like the
Just-
church I went to. Rows of crackers.
Yo.
Hey.
But I was just like, they taste like shit. So why would you want to eat them? Why would you?
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. Like, I don't get that. Like, the whole draw to Catholicism is all the pageantry, the incense, and the stained glass, and the music, and the candles, and all that. And then the food they give you is this shitty ass cracker. Why doesn't it taste really good? It should be like a Christmas cookie that tastes really good.
I was the kid that figured out that Santa was fake, which he's not. I figured
he's
it out when
oh,
I was
shit.
like I was figured out when I was like 5. Wasn't stupid. So I didn't even get baptized till I was 5 also. So I didn't. By the time I got to my communion, I was a really smart 8-year-old, and I was like, this isn't really the body. But I guess if it had to be, it would be skin. It's like kind of dried out, left in the sun a bit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I remember not caring that Santa wasn't real, but I also had anxiety about talking to my parents about it.
Yeah,
Well,
Telling
yeah.
them that I know he's not real. It's like it's a conversation you have to have, and I didn't know, like, are they going to be let down? Are they going to be sad? Are they going to cry that I'm so cynical now?
I remember specifically thinking to myself, like, I know Santa's not real, but if I say anything,
yeah.
what are the chances that I don't get presents anymore?
Yeah,
from
well, also,
Santa?
what if that fucks
So,
me?
like, what if I just didn't give a shit? and
Yeah, I
don't
guess
say
I'll wait
anything?
another couple of years and get some more presents because I don't want to lose presents.
I don't think I ever told my parents that like I didn't believe in Santa. It was just like you get to like 10 or 11 and they're just like, all right, these are all like gifts from us. Like eventually you just sort of
And
evolve
presents were
into
more
that.
important back then too, because back then you didn't have the internet where you could download all these free games. You got Fortnite, Valorant, all these free games that you can download, emulators, all the shit on the App Store. Back then, if you wanted a new game, you had to get it for Christmas.
I even into high school, like on Christmas, me and my sister would get up and my dad would be like, "Hey, I think Santa came." I'd be like, "Shut the fuck up, dude. Thanks for the presents, though." He'd like keep doing that.
So awesome.
Yeah, like if my parents said that, if Santa kept delivering me presents, I'd still be like, wow, Santa came.
Yeah,
Awesome,
I know, because I'm
thank you.
sick of be like
Let's
looking at my dad and be
go.
like, "Thanks, Santa." And then this asshole also on fucking Easter. He does it
That'd be
because he
totally
knows me
fine.
and my sister think it's so fucking stupid. But we'll come over to Easter. He's like, "Hey, I think the Easter bunny brought you a basket. You gotta go find it." And so then we just gotta go through the house, opening up closets, looking for this fucking Easter basket. Like as an adult, like come on, man.
Well, it's good. It means your dad doesn't have hidden stuff. Like if he had a bunch of porno or like
Yeah,
a
oh,
big bucket
God.
of dildos or something, he definitely wouldn't be
That's
sending
right.
his kids around looking in all the closets.
Yep.
So that's how you know your dad is normal.
I have a lot of younger siblings, and something I noticed with them is, I think on average they believed in Santa for way longer than the older kids, and that's with the internet, which is crazy because you'd think like
They
Yeah.
were on the Santa
they would just
boards.
search whatever.
Well,
No, the thing that really convinced kids was once the news started tracking Santa, because by the time all those kids grew up, and it was always a family event to watch disasters around the TV. We had 9/11 already, we had the shock and awe campaign, the invasion, all that shit. Watching all that shit, and especially us, we didn't have cable, so we really watched the news. And I feel like if the news is saying Santa's real, how
Yeah.
could he be fake?
yeah, the news wouldn't lie to you.
Yeah, it's freaking NORAD.
Yeah.
It's the
These
government.
guys would be in big trouble if they lied. Not that like you knew that as a kid, but of course you'd believe the news.
I used to conference call them on Christmas Eve with random people. They would
Yeah.
both pick up their phones and they would just hear, "Hello, hello. Do you want to know where Santa is? What? Do you want to know where Santa is? Okay. Well, he's over Armenia. Oh, okay. Who is this?
Now that's how I believe in Santa. One of the elves called me.
They must really love Christmas to work there, or they get paid really well. I don't know.
I
Maybe
doubt
it's
it's the latter.
normal NORAD employees. There's no way they only show up for Christmas.
No, yeah, I think it's like normal.
But how do you get
employees.
into that? Like, do they,
They get
volunteer
a
to do
summer
that?
off.
Maybe it's
Probably.
maybe it's a punishment.
You know, maybe, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like being on desk duty as a cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're on phone duty on Christmas Eve. You don't get to see your family.
Or they're like haunted house workers where it's just like
That's all they do.
It's all 1 day a year. They make $30,000 to just receive calls on Christmas Eve.
I'm a NORAD Santa tracker.
You don't get to spend Christmas with your own kids, but you get to talk to dumbass kids who believe for some reason that Santa is going to China. They're not Christian. They're not Christian
Santa-
there. It's an irreligious country.
skipping over
Why
China.
would he be over all those countries? Why would he be over Kazakhstan? There's
Santa
nowhere for him to go.
Hey, Alex, we're gonna have to talk
Hey,
to you. You know,
he knows where all the
appreciate
enclaves are.
We appreciate you working here at NORAD on Christmas Eve, but you're gonna have to stop talking about China so much.
Santa stopping all over Thailand for the fucking old English guys, the Anglicans.
Yeah, that would be funny if he only went to
The
Christians.
expats.
It was like Passover. Oh, that's what Santa should do. He should destroy non-Christian houses. It should be like Passover. Like he drops bombs on anyone who's not Christian, but if you're Christian, you get a present. Or he steals shit from non-Christians and gives it to Christians.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Claus.
Jason, God damn it.
What would you leave Jason if he was Santa instead of cookies and milk?
Oh man, like
Watermelon
just
Four
like,
Loko.
and like old hot dogs. Yeah, lizard head, eye of newt.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
a goat
Hog
skull.
snout.
And eggshells.
Just a big pot. Yeah.
An
and some
anteater.
eggshells. Me kneeling in front of Jason, holding my hands up and bowing my head down like I'm holding a sword, but it's a stick across. I said, "For your stew."
He was cooking up something crazy today. I don't know if you saw it. I'll try to pull it up, but it looked like just like weeds that he like cooked outside. I can't really tell.
I was laughing at Twisty's
That's
exit on Jason.
Oh yeah, but Twisty's actually look good too.
It still looked good, yeah. He just meant he burnt it, I think, like burnt parts of it.
Because
It's
Jason
hilarious.
posted his eggs the other that
What
same
is
day,
that?
and it looks a lot. I don't know.
It looks like twist
You didn't cook
ties.
the rice
I
in there.
know.
That's just dried.
He's cooking twist ties.
He's got to
I
say
don't
what
know
it is.
what happened.
There should be a rule on there, like on subreddits, where if you just post a picture, you have to explain what's in it. He should have to say what that is, because I don't know what any of those elements are other than the rice.
He swiped the palms off a bunch of Catholics' dashboards. Some
Oh
Italians from
yeah,
last April from Palm Sunday.
last Palm Sunday.
Alex, did you know that the palms that are left in the church they incinerate and turn into the ashes for Ash Wednesday?
Is that true?
That is true.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought it was dead people. I assumed it was like dead priests or something.
If they run out, they
You
have
can
to
bring your own, like a potluck.
ashes.
Yeah, the priest just dips 5 fingers in 5 urns and goes one swift motion.
What a vibe, just walking around with ashes on your forehead.
Dude,
I remember there was a kid who got made fun of in 3rd grade, and it's weird because I lived in an area that's probably like half Catholic, roughly. But there was a kid who had the ashes on his forehead, and I guess some kids were like, "Whoa, you're dirty! What the fuck?" or something. And like he told his parents, and then they had to do a whole school meeting where they're like, "We have to be
Oh,
respectful
God.
of others'
oh my
religious
god,
beliefs
that's awesome.
That's the
and all
worst.
that shit."
Bro, that would make someone like Jack Posobiec cry.
Yeah, it's like,
That
I don't,
story.
come on.
This young Catholic boy was bullied for his religion.
And also, they like that. That's kind of the whole point. That they like being martyred and stuff for their
One
beliefs.
thing we did at our church because it was such a big every like event like that was so big and like popular that our pastor usually have to call other like from local pastors or local priests to come help out with whatever.
Mhm.
And Ash Wednesday was one of those days. It was still like a 4-hour ordeal because there's just so many
Ugh.
people, and we would see the people coming out. Whoever had the best cross would be like, "Which line were you in? We don't want this priest with the L drawing of a cross. I want a good one."
That was the thing, because like you'd get someone super lazy and you would just have this smudge on your
Yeah.
forehead.
it
And
did
you're
look
just
like
walking around
dirt.
with this little smudge. But it was also fun to like afterwards like mix it around, and so it just looked like you just had like a black dot on your forehead the rest of the day at school.
Love that shit.
Keep going back over and over again for more ashes.
That's it. Oh, that's in 2 weeks, isn't it?
Getting a double dose.
Yeah.
That's the start of Lent.
Yep.
Fat Tuesday,
It's
baby.
almost
Let's
time
go.
for
13.
us to repent for our sins and eat some punchki, and then we're not allowed to eat meat on Fridays. We got to
No
eat a
meat
bunch
on
of
Fridays.
fish.
Fucking fried fish.
morons.
We got to. Yep. We have to sacrifice only 3,000 calories of fries and fish every
Mhm.
Friday.
It is good though.
Oh,
It's delicious.
it is good. Oh, it's so good, man. The fish fries.
Fish fry food and a big ass plate of ketchup. All you need.
I'm gonna be
tartar sauce, baby.
Nothing wrong with
I
that.
do tartar sauce with my fish, of course.
We're going to be
Just
doing a
eat
lot
fries.
of perch fishing and eating when I come back to Ohio. I'm
Ooh,
the perch and walleye,
That's a nice fish.
What are you perching on?
worms.
The lowest branch.
Chet, you got to come up here. Me and you're gonna catch a big
yeah,
carp
dude, let's
and
let's,
eat
let's,
it.
take- yeah,
Cook and eat it
let's
right
catch a
there.
carp out of a storm drain. Eat it.
Oh, no, just
I
one of
raised
those like,
tilapia in my bathtub.
one of those like man-made ponds where the carp just like end up
Yeah.
growing there eventually because
Yeah.
the eggs
That's
coming
so
out
cool.
on duck feet.
Ugh,
The ones,
so gross.
but the ones where the carp get so big where you could just walk in and grab them with your hands. Be like, let's cook it
They
up.
don't even care either. They're just,
Let's put it in a barrel and shoot it. I heard this is so easy.
Imagine what those fish would taste like. It would taste like you're
well,
eating garbage.
if you carp is generally regarded as a garbage fish because of its shit to eat. But like if it's like corn fed,
Don't call it regarded. They're pretty smart.
but if they're like corn fed and shit like that, and not eating like in polluted waters, I guess it's okay. It's a big. They eat it a lot in Asia, but I won't ever do it. Well, it's so funny. It has such a negative connotation. Like my grandpa always tells a story about when he went fishing with my dad, and my dad like hooked into this huge fish. He's like, "Oh fuck yeah, this might be a huge smallie, maybe a muskie." And he just pulls out a huge sheep's head. He's like, "Ah fuck, it's a goddamn carp." And my grandpa was like, "Didn't you have fun reeling it in? Isn't that the whole point? You're not eating the other ones anyways. What do you fucking care about it?" He's like, "Ah, it's a shit fish."
Yeah, that's how I'd feel too. Like they were fun to fish if you're a young kid and you just want to catch something. Well, they're easy too. You just ball up some bread and put it on the hook.
Yeah. There's no fish that's fun to gut.
No, cleaning fish sucks.
Some are more fun though because they're quicker.
Yeah.
What's the funnest?
Probably trout. Trout's pretty nice because you can just like cut its head and rip the guts out through its stomach. And
trout is easy.
Like perch and like walleye, you have to like fillet the meat off the sides, and like it's a little bit more of a hassle. And then you always got fucking flies flying in your face, and it just smells bad. But boy, is it good when you eat it though.
There's what's the city called? Bryson City, North Carolina. It's like rainbow. It's like home of rainbow trout, and so they have like all these rainbow trout, like little statues everywhere, and they have like the trout farms where you can go with like your kids and like catch fish super easy, and you get to take them home, and they'll actually like clean them there for you. But it's nice to like catch the trout, and then like you can gut them or they'll do it for you.
You're like, oh, just like my ancestors. I'm like our ancestors. I'm hunting and providing for myself.
I'm glad I like eating fish.
Yeah, it's good.
I love fish.
Yeah, it's dope. I don't cook it enough.
I don't either.
I do have some cod in the freezer.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, like, cooking it, it's not bad, but it's not always my favorite. But, like,
we talked about that. It's like an excuse to get something at a restaurant.
Yeah, usually
Yeah, restaurants always make it better. It's hard. It's hard to replicate.
I usually, when I go on vacation to, like, the Outer Banks or something, it's just, like, nothing but seafood. And it's awesome. I love it.
Anytime, that's the thing.
Is like, ordering a steak.
Surf and turf. But hold the surf.
If it's fresh, like, fresh areas, like, I'll get it every single time. But like here, I'm just kind of like, I don't like. We're still 2 hours.
I'm a little reluctant for Denver seafood, but I know it's flown in overnight and shit like that. I mean, like even those high, and it's fine, but it just is like, it'd be cool if it just was like drug off the boat into the restaurant kind of thing.
Absolutely.
That reminds me, actually, out in Golden, Colorado is where the Coors plant is, where they make the beer and shit like that, and like. Right across the street from the plant, the gate entrance, there's a liquor store, and it says like freshest Coors in the world. And I walked in, and I was shopping there. He's like, so they just like roll this shit across the street? Like, is that what's going on here? He's like, nah. He's like, we're just making it up. We just goes to a distributor and gets shipped to us normally, like everything else is. Like, what the fuck, you asshole? Like, you live right across the street. Why don't you just wheel that shit over? Whatever. Anyway,
it's bullshit.
Yeah. Sorry. Anyways, back to the fish.
But it's, when we were in Japan, we went to the Tsukiji fish market, and like they have all those like just like fish stands and everything, and they're literally bringing it in from the ocean at like 10 a.m. and they like, or like even earlier than that, and then they present it and like they open it like 10 or something like that, and you just have fresh fish, and it's so good. It's just nice to like go to those places. In Boston, the last time I was there, our flight got delayed, and so the airline just gave us a hotel at like the hotel next to the airport, and so we were just like, all right, shit, like let's just go into the city and walk around. And we went to this like lobster place, and they had a lobster roll, and it was like $30 for the lobster roll, and I was like, I don't fucking want to pay that. This sucks. But I was
how big a roll?
It was huge. It was really big. And I was like, you know what? Our flight got delayed. We're stuck here. Let's have fun. Let's ball out. Who cares? I can't get this. I can't get this in North Carolina. And I ate it, and it's still one of the best things I've ever eaten. It was so good. I was like, it kills me that I paid more than like $12 for a sandwich, but that's genuinely one of the best things. Still thinking about it today.
You know?
I don't get
absolutely.
You should have got another one and put it in the fridge.
I don't get lobster. I definitely don't get lobster here.
Yeah.
After having it on the East Coast.
It's a lot of work to open it up.
Going to Maryland and having like crabs and things like It's so good. Like
seafood.
I just don't want to get like frozen. I don't want to get. It just doesn't hit the same. Like it's still fine, but there's something about it.
Yeah, I eat Great Lakes lobsters, just crayfish. Ugh. Cracking them open with a hammer, just smashing it, and it shoots all over.
I cooked a lobster or a crayfish when I was camping one time, where I cut the lid off of a soda can, and then I got a hot dog poker stick, and I poked it through both sides, and then I filled the aluminum can with water, put the can on top of the fire, went down to the bank of the river next to the campsite, found a crayfish, just threw it in there. It turned pink, and then I peeled it apart and ate it, just like the tail, and it was just like, it wasn't good, but obviously it was just like, it was just such
You
a
must have been really
tiny ass
surprised.
piece of meat. But I was like, I fucking did it though. You know, I made some food. I lived off. I'm living off the earth as long as I have a soda can and a hot dog poker.
That's the rule. If you kill it, you eat it.
I could live in the bayou for years.
I could survive there.
Oh man, fuck crayfish.
Just on crawdads.
Oh man,
I could survive on Gola Gola Island.
As long as you have a soda can.
I would just hunt the giant animals. That's what was on that show, right? What kind of big game was on
there's
that
a frog or a toad.
Binya pollywog.
Oh yeah,
bro.
there's a big frog.
Binya.
I guess you could eat the frog.
Oh yeah, frog's legs, man. Fry them up.
frog
Oh,
legs.
that's delicious. Tastes just like chicken.
Binya the frog.
Tastes almost like chicken.
Frog legs.
Gator is really nice too. If you fry that up.
Vegetarians should be allowed to eat frog.
Yeah, you'd think.
They're pretty
So
much
they-
plants.
Yeah, anything that's green. Any sort of reptile, any lizard, any dinosaur.
Yeah, any like gross animal they should be allowed to eat.
That's that's a thought that somebody that thinks the white spots on the orca is the eye. That's the thought they'd have. Frogs are plants, right? They're in the dirt,
They're
in the
green.
water.
It's the same as when like the eggs are in the dairy section. Eggs are dairy.
Yeah.
Eggs are milk.
Eggs are milk.
They're frozen milk.
The egg white is milk.
The egg white is milk, and then the
it's
yellow that's tea.
It's unpasteurized milk.
It's hard milk.
Fuck.
Hard milk.
I do
Check
like
out my
that
blog,
when
Hard
everyone-
Milk.
God damn it. I do like that every time, like, you'll see even people when, like, we stream and, like, in chat be like, yeah, eggs in the dairy, eggs are dairy.
No, they're
How do you
goddamn
think-
not.
How do you think that?
They
It's
don't
okay,
come
it's
from a
just-
cow.
It's just you associate it because of where they are in the
Yeah, I
grocery
know.
store.
Yeah.
And you just never thought
the
about
lizard,
it.
Your lizard brain activates and you just go, yeah, that's where they are. That's
Yeah.
what they that's
I expect the
what they
lizards
is.
to be in the dairy section too, but apparently they're in the lizard section.
Most eggs are not from cows, but some are.
Mhm.
Yeah, like
Like
platypus.
cow eggs.
That's a cow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a cow that has eggs, more or less. Like, say what you will, but it's basically a cow that has eggs.
I wonder if anyone's ever had a
found-
platypus egg omelet. Has that been done before?
I don't think you'd want to eat
Well,
that.
I mean, I would.
I bet it would be
I
gross.
bet someone's,
It would be a mammal.
someone's had to
I
try
don't think there's no way a mammal egg could be good. There's no
Someone
way.
had to have
It tastes like
tried,
steak.
right? Someone.
Some
I'm
Australian.
sure-
I'm sure
Australians
there's
for
there's
sure.
some aliens, animals that eat the eggs, and maybe aliens too.
Maybe aliens, dude. Well, let me ask this. Let me ask this as a hypothetical. Okay, you're walking around your house, your apartment, wherever you are, and then all of a sudden, aliens.
What am I wearing?
Right. You are wearing an Affliction T-shirt.
I'm rocking my
and-
SpongeBob's.
in my SpongeBob's, and then like some gray sweatpants that are just too baggy, and you have to keep pulling them up because they keep falling down on your ass.
Ooh, showing my V.
Yeah,
Even
And
though
all of
it's
your shit is in
aliens.
one pocket, so they're
Yeah,
falling
it's
down
all-
on one
Your
side.
keys, your wallet, it was just filled with change, no dollar bills.
My
Bunch of
V is
expired
showing.
gift cards.
My V is showing, even though I'm fat. I hate that look.
It's the V of your belly. It's the bottom belly.
My U,
My reverse
you.
V.
my U, your big
My
gut
U.
hanging down.
Oh, sorry, my U showing.
Fuck.
So you're in your apartment. The aliens touch down and they come to you and they say, "Take me to your dealer." What do you do?
Probably point them to one of the 6 dispensaries that's around me. They won't have an ID though, so I guess we could work out a deal where they could pay me in like alien script or whatever future technology they have, or they could like give me a timeshare on their spaceship, and then I would go to the dispensary and get them an ounce or something, and then maybe they could give me 10% on the top.
I would just want a selfie with them. I'd give them some weed.
Yeah, people would say it was photoshopped or it was on
See,
Bing.
See, what I would do is I'd pull my gun and I'd shoot them in the head. Because don't you ever tell me what to do.
How do you know where their head is, though?
Because that's where they speak from.
Well, aren't there animals that have their brain and their whole body?
Well, I'll tell you what.
I would say like, oh, it's right over there. And then boom,
there's actually
boom.
some humans out there that talk out of their ass, so we can't be sure.
Ooh, like
Damn.
Joe Biden.
Yeah.
And hold on, and Donald Trump. We're
I
not
know.
choosing sides here.
Donald Trump's
I know.
fine. Donald Trump is smart as
No,
fuck.
he's talking
He's
out of
smart
his
as
ass.
fuck, and he's not
No.
senile, and they had to give him all those drugs all the time every day because he's so healthy.
We cannot alienate either audience. We have to play both sides.
We don't want to alienate aliens either.
Alienate. I see what you did there, Fry Meme. Take all my money, Fry Meme.
Thank you. I'll have it.
I love Futurama. Skin Simpsons, as we call it.
Skin Simpsons.
Skin Simpsons. If you look closely, Futurama looks a fuckload like The Simpsons. Bringing that up to somewhere like work.
If you just change the hue.
Joshua Jerry video.
Change the hue on your TV and like it'll turn all their skin yellow.
But then the world is weird.
And it syncs
It's
up
weird
with
world
the wall.
Simpsons.
Hey, guess what? It's already weird.
It syncs up with The Wall by Pink Floyd. Change the color.
Man, that would be the fucking best if Family Guy was yellow and American Dad was yellow. Like, I would love to do that. Just go through frame by frame and make everybody yellow. Because it's hard for me to know if it's a cartoon or not if it's not yellow. Because otherwise, I might think it's an actual person.
What if like Bender from Futurama? What if he was actually
Being better from Fortnite.
Yeah. What if he was like possessed by the spirit of Homer Simpson?
Like a
Ooh.
ghost?
Well, like, they were creating him in the lab, the factory, wherever they created the bending unit robots, and they had like a chip, and like this chip was infected with the spirit of Homer Simpson, right?
Well, how?
Mhm.
What if it had some atomic energy in it from the plant
So,
that Homer
like-
worked at?
So
Well, Bender's from New
Homer-
York, right? I don't think Homer's from
Homer
New York.
Simpson. Well, he's been to New York.
Has he?
And and so what they had was they extracted Homer Simpson's brain, memories, and feelings and personality, and they put it into a chip, and they put that chip
Must have been a
into
small
Bender, right? Well,
Not
he
a
has
lot of thoughts in that
feelings.
guy.
He'd probably eat it.
Yeah, he has a lot of feelings. Hungry,
Well,
thirsty.
he's dead. He's dead. They extract everything,
Oh, well,
all of
Dode
his
for me,
nervous
then.
system, put it into a chip, and they put that in Bender. What if that happened?
I think you would have to kill him.
I think that's what happened. That's my Joshua.
You would have to
J-
kill him because you would find out that he abused his son relentlessly for many years.
Oh, okay, but his son's a piece of shit.
That's true. Well,
So-
so was Michael Jackson.
Bart Simpson's
Yeah.
a fucking neo-Nazi.
Doesn't mean it was right to slap him around.
Bart Simpson would have been a MAGA chud in today's day and age, right?
Probably.
Max,
So
Max,
what do I care if he's
Max
getting
from the
beat
gr-
up by his dad?
Max from the Goofy movies an incel now.
He couldn't close the deal.
Yeah.
That
He'll
girl
probably-
broke up with him, and he's posting videos at the gym with his head down, saying, "I still check up on her."
He would probably have the beliefs of Vince, which
Mhm.
are, I believe in my heart and soul
He
that
would say
if
that.
hashtag Jesus
Yeah.
Christ comes back to hashtag Earth after at real Donald Trump becomes hashtag president, they may
Mhm.
make a good hashtag team and make the world peaceful and better again. Hashtag God is good. Hashtag God is real. Hashtag prayers. Shangri-La in America. Whoop whoop.
Hashtag amen.
I feel like Trump
Shang-
just has a universal appeal to really dumb guys like that. Like downwardly mobile dumb guys who are lazy and don't like learning stuff.
Do you think this could tell you what Shangri-La is? Like, aside from the Juggalo thing?
No,
It's a really, really cool place where you get to have as many sisters as you want, and women have to touch you, and they're not allowed to say no anymore.
And let your nuts hang by the water. That's where Juggalo Island is.
That's right.
No, he does not know what he can't even say Shangri-La. He sees it and he just goes Shangri, and then just
Shangri-La.
moves on real quickly.
I want to go to Anton Sugar someday.
He probably did copy and paste it. Tweet that.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
he can spell it. He knows like what it's supposed to be. He
Autocorrect
just-
knows because it's from a
Yeah.
book.
He
When I
just
had a
looks at
public-
it and goes, "Mm-mm."
When I had a public Twitter, I used to quote tweet people who would do the double space after they copy and pasted the hard to spell word and say, "Yo, this guy copy and pasted that word," and everybody would laugh.
when people say Allah just means God. You know that just means God. Doing that with Shangri-La. Like, you know they're just talking about heaven, right? That's just
they
heaven.
are?
Yeah, that's just heaven.
Oh shit!
It's the same
fuck.
thing. It's basically
didn't
the
know about
same
that.
thing. People think it's so foreign because it's a foreign name.
No. So in heaven, like heaven is a peaceful place, right? It's supposed to be like it's literally heaven. It's like
What if you
you're
like
at
war?
peace. But like Shangri-La is not peaceful because a bunch of juggalos are gone there. So they have
That's
to
true.
keep the two separate.
Yeah, it's sort of like the protected wing of the prison for the sex offenders.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Shangri-La is. It's the protected wing of heaven for guys who are pure of heart, but they also got a 16-year-old pregnant and then punched her in the face. But they're better now because they found Jesus and Juggalo Jesus.
I can't wait to go to Juggalo Purgatory.
Yeah, when you
paint
didn't
your face every day.
enough.
Well, before Jesus died for our sins, purgatory didn't exist, and there was a place biblically known as limbo. And the ICP actually just bought limbo because it wasn't being used, and that's where Shangri-La is.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Actually, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they just had it for sale because like no one's using it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, Limbo sounds awesome. I'm not that flexible though.
Downriver, Detroit.
Well, do you have to do it every day, or can you just do limbo like when you want? So like you don't have. You'd be like, all right, it's Wednesday. I'm kind of chill. Like,
You basically got to keep the party going, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why.
But you think now there's so many
homeschool.
people.
That's why you homeschool. So you can keep the party going.
I think I would rather go to like Candyland, like a game that's easy, not one where you have to
Ooh.
do stuff.
Candyland sounds dope, but I always loved the idea.
Or no,
of
real life
purgatory.
Candyland. I want to go to real life Candyland where it's all candy.
That's a great.
Speaking
I
of
would
Homer
love to go
Simpson,
there.
he went there
That'd be nice.
and he didn't bring any back.
I'll go to Joshua Jerry. The trailblazer there, having him schwack through all the candy.
If I was in a fantasy like that, if I was Homer and if I was in the chocolate world all of a sudden, I wouldn't waste time being like, ooh, wiggling my fingers and looking all around and prancing and singing a song. I would immediately eat as much as possible because you got about 10, 20 seconds before that cutscene is over.
You know what sucks though?
Once
like-
it's over,
say-
you're not getting any
They're gonna
chocolate.
say you can start playing with your tits.
Same thing with Peter Griffin. Like if you get into one of those cutscenes, you got to make something happen. Like you're there with JFK or something, you got to shoot him.
If I woke up and I was in chocolate land, I would start pouting because maybe I'm not in the mood for chocolate. Maybe I want like
What are you,
a
a
different
dog?
like a sour candy.
What are you, a
Right?
dog?
Maybe I want like a Skittle or like a Laffy Taffy in that moment. Maybe I don't want like a piece of chocolate. Maybe I
You
don't
want to go to
a
Laffy
Reese's.
Taffy land?
Not,
You
You don't
No,
want to go to
I
Laffy
don't
Taffy.
want to go
When
to
have you
Laffy
ever
Taffy
wanted
land.
Laffy Taffy? You're the one who just
Laffy
said you
Taffy's
maybe
nice.
you want Laffy
Well,
Taffy.
maybe I want Laffy.
You would go to
it's nice
Chocolate
chew
Land
on
and
it.
not be hungry because you want Laffy
who doesn't-
Taffy?
Laffy
Listen.
Taffy's nice. It's
And
a
no one
extremely
likes
little
Laffy
treat.
go to
Taffy. When has
Wonka.
I
everyone?
like Laffy Taffy.
No one has
Go to
ever
Waffle
liked Laffy
Factory, You
Taffy.
could have both.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want to go to Candy World, not
Taffy in
Chocolate
general
World.
is dog shit.
Taffy is
Okay.
delicious.
Dog
Especially the
candy.
banana flavor.
Oh, the banana flavor is so good. Oh,
Are you serious?
I'm 100% serious. Banana is so good.
Chat, you're a fucking
You guys are-
Nazi.
Yeah.
you guys are fucking Nazis for your belief.
fucking
Hey, you
hate
fucking
bananas.
skinhead. Keep that shit to
You know
yourself,
what?
Alex.
Hey, Alex and Chet, go fuck yourself.
All right, bro.
Chat,
Fuck
do I
you.
need to
Deep
tell you
throating your
again?
banana,
Do I need to tell you
gay
the
man.
cool thing about the You want to hear about the banana?
Yeah.
You want to hear about artificial banana?
Yeah.
That used to be how all bananas tasted like before
Yup.
capitalism took it away from us. Did
Yeah.
you know that?
No.
Oh wow.
Wow.
It was
I knew
called
that.
It was called the Big Michael.
Oh. Oh.
The Grand Michel.
I was just told that they color the
You
yellow
can still
ones
get
with
them,
bug.
but they're expensive and you got to look for them. You can
Mhm.
get there are bananas out there that taste like artificial banana.
Well, I don't like that flavor.
Yeah, I hate both of
I
them.
like
I
new
love that
They
banana.
both stink.
No, bananas. I'm bold.
Mhm,
I don't like
Shoot,
bananas
I'm
at
gonna-
all.
I'm gonna kill you.
All right, go for it. See if I care. I'm gonna have to look at another banana for the rest of my life. I'll be happy.
Let me guess. You don't like corn on the cob either or hot dogs? 'Cause they look like dicks.
Love it, actually.
I think we call this gay phobia.
I do a really funny bit like it's a typewriter when I'm eating the corn on the cob. And then I make my like.
No,
cousins-
you're just making.
Nice.
You're making.
No,
you're making a mess.
Well,
That's what you're
I'm
doing. You're
outside.
making
I'm
a
outside.
fucking
It's the
mess.
4th of July. I've got a paper plate on my
making a
lap.
fucking
I got a
mess.
Yeah.
fucking.
Oh
I
yeah,
got-
because you're not cleaning it up. Yeah.
Squirrels
Awesome.
will. They eat the
Clear
fucking crumbs.
outside.
Yeah. It's like,
Oh no!
like
get
is
all
it
over
is it
somebody
littering to
else's
throw
deck.
an
It's not your
apple
problem.
outside? No, because
Yeah,
something's
it
gonna come
is.
and eat it. It's just gonna grow a tree, and you made the world a better place.
Yeah, explain that to the cops. Just throwing an apple core out of your window at 90 miles an hour.
It's a if 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 you're having a party, it's how you prepare like it's conversation piece. Leave a bunch of rotting fruit around your yard. So there's lots of yellow jackets. People have something to talk about. A lot of bees out today.
No,
You have a bowl of rotting fruit and like a dead mouse, and you say, "Well, it's a still life."
Under your deck, you have a bunch of bowls of just like still water, so a bunch of mosquitoes can be born from it. Oh, mosquitoes are out today. Oh,
I'm getting into still life watercolors, but every time I put the bowl of fruit together, I procrastinate. So every room in my house is just rotting bowls of fruit.
Go into the chaos. Go into the Chaos Infinity house with a plastic bag and just like grabbing it through the air and like closing it real quick.
If you just left a vacuum running in the middle of the room, it would eventually get like 100 bugs in there. Because they would just fly by accident.
I need them alive, not dead.
House burnt down when homeowners left bug zapper inside.
30 bug
Gross.
zappers.
The battery instantly dies.
Replacing all the overhead lights with bug zappers.
getting an above ground pool immediately when you move into a new subdivision, but not a filter on it, and just leaving it full of water. And there's like mosquitoes at like a plague level through the whole neighborhood. Ooh, even better, you have a cover where it looks like it's like if people look at it from the side, and like if they looked into your yard, it looks like it's covered, but there's slits in it, so the mosquitoes can come and go.
As they want. They can lay their eggs. We're helping nature.
So
It is too bad that they don't go after the bug zappers.
Just say that you're doing because you love frogs. They eat the shit out of these guys. Look at all this larva.
Look at all these frogs I've got in my yard now.
I'm fattening flies for frogs, for snakes.
You should come over to my pool. There's so many mosquito larvae in it. I could lay on my back. It feels like I'm in the Dead Sea. I float right at the top of it.
I can float.
You know that didn't used to be black.
Really?
The mud in the Dead Sea? Yeah.
Used to be red?
It actually used to be white, and then they changed it to be racist.
Oh.
They just wanted
damn.
an excuse to put black stuff all over their faces and put a
Uh-oh.
picture on Facebook.
What?
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
We got to cancel them.
They only did it after people got mad for dressing up as 50 Cent for Halloween.
The more I hear about these people.
They're like, we need a way to still do this. And they were dressing up as 50 Cent for Halloween in 2012.
In 2002.
Because that's when they got it.
Before he even blew up.
When he was still small. Just
Yeah.
when he was a
40
quarter. Aw.
cent.
No.
Aw.
No.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. I forgive you. I'm not mad.
I hate crap.
So,
Well, you hate crap.
I hate
This
crap.
is new. This is new.
No,
okay.
the genre crap.
Oh, wait a minute. Crap. Hold on. Wait a minute. I think I can get this. You're talking about C.R.A.P. Rap.
Yep.
hey, you can't
Okay.
spell carp without rap.
No, that's true.
How about that earlier?
Complete R words attempting poetry. That's what I call crap. That's what it is to me.
All right, I'm gonna tweet that.
Complete. So stupid.
Let's get everybody yelling me.
You know the first guy to think of rap? R words attempting poetry. You know he thought he was like, God damn, yes, yes.
It was a rapper too.
But you know what's funny? Ironically, he was one doing that at that time. It's an acrostic poem.
Yeah.
Ooh, oh
Yeah.
no. Oh, we should find him and tell him that. He'd
I
probably
will.
kill himself.
I will.
I heard it was
Tom-
Eminem.
Tom Myers.
Tom Myers.
That is something he come up with like years
Mhm.
later, but think he came up with it.
He invented it.
Oh, rap? More like
I like how he's become a substitute lolcow for the Stuttering John people. The people whose YouTube channels are just them reacting to Stuttering John and making fun of him.
oh, you
Like
mean
sometimes
Casey
they get in.
Armstrong?
Yeah, he's one of them. And then
Literally. Howard
Shuley,
Stern's other guy
Bob
from that
Levy.
show?
Yeah, like all the hangers on. They all just go after Stuttering John because he's like 10% more embarrassing than them as a Howard Stern hanger on.
Have you ever watched a Casey Armstrong YouTube video?
I don't think so.
He lays on his sound effects a lot and shit. It's really annoying. And he tries to do like smooth transitions to watch videos, but always like black screens and stuff. It's pretty funny. He's still such a dumb gorilla.
And those guys have feuds with Tom Myers now because he's
That's
he's
awesome.
easy to go after because all of
Yeah.
his
Bro.
content is so bewildering and he will fight with you and
Yeah.
he'll do blows below the belt too. Like I remember he randomly quote tweeted Stav for something completely unrelated to him or politics or anything, and it was just like, you're a fat fuck and you're gonna die of diabetes.
So
So
awesome.
he gives you an excuse to keep going after him, and he's a perfect guy like that. But it's like, that's such an old one of those guys.
Yeah, if he was around doing that, like if Tom Myers in his prime in 1997, which he might have been actually, I don't know, but you know what I mean. Like now, he would have been a guy that Howard Stern would have in studio just for everyone to shit on him.
Yeah.
Robin would make fun of him. Ralph would call in just to shit on him and call him pathetic and stuff.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
the
'cause he's
perfect
gonna-
overconfident guy who won't quit.
Yeah, he's
Ronnie-
gonna fight back.
Ronnie, the limo driver, would be his only friend in the studio because they go to like scores.
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
I was listening to an old episode earlier, and Howard was really mad at Ronnie for something and called him Ronnie the homo instead of Ronnie the limo driver. So mad. So cool, man.
Yeah,
Don't
he just
say
has a
that
hate-
anymore.
He's a hate of missing out.
That was like
you don't-
2009, though, which is crazy.
I mean, that's probably
Yeah, that was
stopped
about the
being
end.
like
That was, like-
2012 is like the last little bit where like
Yeah.
you could
Yeah,
somewhat get
after
away with it.
he got Marcy Turk to come in and reorganize the office after Artie left.
Already freaked out not long before that and was calling his assistant the F slur on air. And they were freaking
Yeah,
out
he
about
charged
that.
at him and said he was
Yeah.
stealing money and shit. And like, yeah, that was crazy. One of the craziest things that they basically enabled his heroin abuse for like 3 years, and it was just on the air.
Mhm.
And it's some of the most compelling radio that's ever made. But I don't know. I don't know what they should have done, honestly, because it was clear that he was on drugs by like 2006.
Mhm.
But like the minute they said like take a couple months off, he did so many drugs and then
Yeah.
tried to kill himself. So if
Right.
they had fired him 4 years earlier, who's to say he wouldn't just tried to kill himself the second they fired him?
I think that's why they were so scared, not to give them an excuse, but
Yeah, it's like a shitty position to
That
be
one-
in.
But I guess when he was in the studio, he like couldn't do heroin. So they were like, "All right, you just stay
Well,
here."
That's like the year and a half leading up to him actually getting fired, though. Every day in the studio was just him nodding off, in some shows not saying anything at all the entire
Mhm.
show. And there's like a famous caller once he was gone. They get called him like 3 months after he was gone, being like, Where's our Artie update? I feel like I'm the only caller that cares." And Howard blew up and was like, "Fuck you, go fuck yourself." Obviously just projecting, super angry.
Yeah.
But like as the years went on, that lady was so vindicated because she was saying what Alex just said too, like how you're all guilty, you all let this happen, blah blah blah. In some ways,
Yeah.
she was
Like,
just
I
super
mean-
honest about the situation and could see it from like an outsider's perspective. And they were all just being like, Howard says something like, "Cancel your series description and kill yourself" or something. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, he didn't want to talk about it for obvious reasons. And it was also sort of emblematic of the older show in a way that he
Absolutely.
didn't really want to bring back. Same way Jackie was, where it's like this is the past decade of the show and it's time to put this away. And he just replaced it with like the most boring interviews of all time with Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, I know it wasn't a good thing either. Like that radio couldn't have sustained like that. All the old head fuckers, because Alex and I, we watch these Howard clips just because it's fucking like it's compelling. We're not sitting there being like, "This was the shit." We're like, "Holy
Yeah.
fuck, this was crazy!" Like, there's all these old heads in the comments of every single one of these re-uploaded shows. It's like, "This was it. This was prime Howard." I stopped listening not long after this because he became one of them. Like, okay, holy shit, you guys are losers.
He turned 60.
Oh man. The best time of my life is when we were all sitting around calling C-SPAN, calling them the F slur, and telling them to kill themselves. Like, you guys are cool.
Yeah, the guys who missed that shit, they just moved on to like Barstool or
Sam Hyde.
I guess Sam Hyde or Louis J. Gomez, that type of
Yeah.
shit. There's always
Being
a market for that.
being a
And
guy
it's not
older
going to be
than
like
Sam Hyde that's
70-year-old
like, I love
guys.
you, man. I love you, man. Being like a 53-year-old that's a Sam Hyde fan makes me want to die.
That picture with James Healy at Disneyland and the guy put his it just sucks. It makes
I
it
got
makes my
nothing to
stomach
say
drop
about
just
that.
thinking about it. It sucks so bad.
I do love how that kid censors his face in every picture
Yeah.
now, so people don't
Because
post it.
I do love that
He's so
he like
fugly.
knows he's so self-conscious about it
Yeah,
and the
he-
way he looks that he has to hide his own face.
He knows that he looks like a fucking mom from the South with his short
He's-
blonde hair.
Like that means he's just one step closer. So keep going, everybody.
Yeah.
That's why you don't make
I-
yourself that
I-
guy then.
I
No.
fucking hate that.
You're like
kid.
the guy who says women deserve to be raped.
Yeah, well, because like he just real like if people were like this account sucks, he sucks, and then he's just like no, I'm awesome, and then just pushed himself more right wing and weird because
Yeah.
he tried to be like he tried to be like a left, like what? I don't even know.
He was like a letterboxed guy. He tried a bunch
Yeah.
of different things.
Well, he did the
He was a film director.
It was the well, he wrote a really terrible script that somebody sent me, and then he tried to be the like bad
Awesome.
movie takes, and like I remember he took a picture of one of my tweets once and posted it, and that was really funny. But now, because like when I look at that account now, it's like some other like racist taking L's account.
Single moms taking L's.
Yeah,
posting
single
their
moms
L's.
taking L's.
It's a classic
like,
type of guy
all
who's
that.
just determined to make himself a person on the internet with the lowest
Mhm.
effort possible. Like, if this doesn't work, I'll try this. I'll try this. Screenshots of this. Screenshots of that.
Because when the first like women's posting L's, it was just like the misogynistic guys that are just like, yeah, like, oh, these fucking women are taking L's, but like, I'm still like cool and I'm an ally. And then I remember on that account, him bragging that like Adam Friedland followed him on that account. I was like, damn, this is the best thing ever.
See, he actually made that shit uncool. I'm not
Yeah.
the first person to say this, but he did such a service by making like the dudes rock shit and all that stuff so uncool.
That you just don't want to be associated with
Anything
any of that.
associated with
Yeah.
that guy instantly is just shit.
Mhm.
So true.
So it was. I appreciate that he's such a loser, but I am sad that he blocked me on his main because like he would post like the most heinous shit on the woman's posting L, and then on his account he'd be like taking a picture of like Pokemon cards and like Jack Daniels and just like, guess who just won Christmas? Like so fucking cool, man.
That classic shit, the Mario Kart N64
Yeah.
Blue Moon shit.
drunk Mario Kart
Ooh.
with Justin Wang.
Oh, I'm 24. I'm having fun. I'm having fun, right?
I'll never forgive Justin Wang for playing drunk Mario Kart with him for
Man.
a YouTube video in 2023.
I got nothing to say.
Yeah, people like that, I'll let them follow me because they retweet me sometimes, but I won't endorse them or anything, and I won't retweet any of their shit, and I'm mostly annoyed.
They get blocked because I just don't ever want to see their stuff. Like it's just as soon as I look at them, I go, that's not fun for me. Listen, I'm not gonna have a good time on this website if I have to ever look at you. So you're blocked.
That's
Sorry.
reasonable too, dog, to just have a higher standard.
Yeah, that's my account is a much higher standard. I keep my shit to a very high standard.
Yeah, the guy that kicks himself in the balls and or no, he gets kicked in the ball. The guy who kicks himself in the balls is
School.
Peter Coffin. And none of
Yeah.
us follow that guy.
No. School left. School. He left Twitter a while ago.
Yeah.
What happened?
I don't know. I think he died. I just
Did he
assume
get banned?
died.
Yeah, he got kicked
No,
in the
he
nuts,
didn't.
already died.
No, he just like deactivated his
Was he
account.
woke? Was it because of Elon?
No. He just deactivated randomly. Like there was nothing.
I think he hates Travis Kelce too much. He was sick of seeing it.
Maybe. Well, it was before they even started dating.
Yeah, it's bullshit that he gets to wear a jock strap. He doesn't get to get kicked in
Around
the nuts by
Taylor.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
It's
I
fucked
do
up.
miss
funny.
just like all. I mean, he would have been banned for like the AI stuff of Taylor Swift, and he would have gotten
Oh
sued.
yeah, he was big
'Cause he
into
had
like pictures of
the
her with a
deep
penis.
fakes. Yeah, big penis and like her boobs out, and then like all the like little things saying like you need to slam yourself in the nuts. You will do it for me.
Ugh.
It's just too much, but I loved
Leave
the
her out of
videos.
it. Why does it have to be her? Can't you do a sex worker for that? Like, can't you just put a porn star there?
Well, he did a lot. He would do a lot of porn stars too.
so it's
And
sort
just
of
be like-
consensual.
He would just be like, "I want to suck her cock." It's like, all right, cool, man.
Oh, good for him.
That's fine. Yeah, hey, no big deal. But then I don't think Taylor Swift was gonna kick him in the nuts. Just like Taylor Swift wasn't gonna cook and eat Andrew Haas.
Taylor Swift was not going to show him her penis.
She doesn't seem like she would like to cook and eat a guy.
No.
Like,
I don't
if you
think
said that
so.
about Lizzo, like maybe
Okay.
she'd be interested in
she's
exotic
She's
meats.
canceled.
Yeah.
So
She
it
is
doesn't
canceled
even
for
matter
being
anymore.
fat phobic.
Damn.
I don't like Lizzo anymore because she's fat phobic. She's a big fat phobic bitch.
And Alex is allowed to say because she's canceled.
It's true. She's a big fat phobic bitch.
I got. God damn it.
No comment.
God damn. That's cool.
What if I said that's not true? But she does have some great
I
songs.
didn't say anything. I'm not saying anything at all.
I will say something.
Let's hear
Did
it.
you guys see Ian Miles Chungus's post today? The awesomeness. quote tweeting Mark Cuban saying, "Do you hire exclusively black people for your NBA team because you believe their race and all of its biological traits, height, superior stamina, and strength, would they get enchanted or something? Gives them a competitive advantage?" Because Mark Cuban replying to some other blue check dipshit. And this guy replies and says, I mean, the obvious thing there right there is Mark Cuban's white player just scoring this week, scoring 73 points. But anyway, this guy says, it's really funny how you people don't know sports, but use sports for your politics. And he posted 4 pictures, and one was Dirk, one was Steve Nash, one was Luca, and he posted Jason Kidd. I was like, hey, that's not, you know what, man? Whatever.
Hey, well, 3 out of 4.
Yeah.
I saw that. That's just like
so
that's a guy tweeting while he drives all the time. Just like, wait a minute, I think that guy just like trying to keep one eye on the road.
That's a white guy that lives in Taiwan. He's obsessed with Taiwanese baseball, which is kind of cool.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool.
But
I was gonna say, what is he doing in Taiwan? Obsessed with baseball? All right, that's fine.
That was my excuse in my head. I'm like, he must be not around a lot of white people.
Yeah,
even though he's a white guy himself. He's lost his white dar.
Someone replied, Jason Kidd is not white, and the guy replies, true, he is mixed race.
True, I googled this after.
I consider all mixed race people white.
Okay,
that's probably good.
If you have one drop of white, you're white to me. You know what? I consider all people white.
Somebody replied to me and said, "Oh, that's the old reverse one drop rule." So stupid. It's fine though.
You know what? It's hard to say.
If you asked me when I was 13 if he was black or white, I would say I would shrug.
Yeah,
I would not know how to answer.
Say he's American.
After Michael Jackson, it's hard to say.
To be honest, it was easy to tell once I got older because I was like, his hairline's way too good.
But it depends on. Okay, well,
keep going, keep going, Tom.
No. What are you gonna say?
Finish the thought,
Go
Tom.
ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it.
It just depends on the era of J. Kidd.
Were you about to say it's time for a white insanity?
Yes. Well, we have Luca. It's fine.
Luca sanity.
All right, let me see this guy. Let me see what this guy looks like.
Who, Jason Kidd?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess it's just his haircut, really.
Looks like a kid, dude.
Because when he's younger and he's got hair,
he had like a flat top.
Yeah, when he's younger, he has like a fade, and then when he was playing on the Nets, like he was bald, and like you like conceivably for that guy could just Google one picture of him and go, yeah, kind of,
yeah.
So what? I don't think what I said was that bad.
It was.
No, I see. He's like
Don't worry.
sort of code switching visually by
Just
getting
in,
different
like,
haircuts.
by going bald, and then like in some of those pictures, you could conceivably be like, yeah, but like if you saw him in his Phoenix days, you'd be like, no, that's a black guy. That's a mixed guy. But with the Nets, you could be like, maybe. Should I root for him?
No. Yeah, I don't know if that proves. Does it prove or disprove Ian Miles Chungus' theory? I don't even know what his theory is.
I don't know what his theory is.
It's so dumb when like people get when black people aren't represented in science or whatever. They're like, well, them's the breaks. Fuck you. And then black people are really good at something, and they're like, what the fuck? Fuck you.
One of the most racist relatives I've ever had is the one that told me that we were watching. I've talked about this before. We were watching the 1997 or 98 Independence Bowl, and it was Notre Dame playing. And I remember one of the teams had a really good tailback, and my uncle's like, "Yep, those black guys with that extra muscle in their thigh. They really turned the gear up." I was like, and then I was like, "Huh, TIL. I'm 7. I'm 9, whatever."
I hear that if you take acid, it stores in your spine, and then it keeps giving you acid until you die.
Oh shit!
And the only way to cure it is to get AIDS from a coin return slot.
Believing that extra muscle thing, though, even as a kid, I was just like, "That's fucking awesome for them." I'm jealous.
Yeah. That's why
I was never like, this sucks. I was like, holy fuck, that's sick. Damn.
It's just, like, I guess Ian Miles Chong's theory is that, well, you're not given an equal shot to, like, white players.
To Malaysian players who are 5'2" and very squat.
Who don't leave the house. Who
are
ants
greasy.
all over them. But, like, I mean, one, they are actually, because white players get celebrated even more than black players. It's why
there are plenty of white
running
players.
Backs, like,
and there's
just
a million people just waiting for that to happen. Same with any sport.
They do it all
other than
the
hockey,
time.
I guess.
Ian, post your side profile right now.
But like it also just ignores the issue like at hand. But whatever. Like, why am I even bothering thinking about Ian Miles Strong and what his argument is supposed to be? Like, of course, like it's racist and they need to have policies because that's why the Rooney exists in the NFL, because they just wouldn't interview black people for jobs. So no black guys had, you have like 70%, 75% of the league, if not higher than that, is black. And then there's like 0 coaches in like the 70s that are black. It's like, I wonder why. That's pretty messed up.
What pisses me off about guys like Ian though now is because how long we had such a gap of never thinking about that motherfucker. And now he's so boosted, even if you have him like muted.
It sucks.
Or you'll just see him in screenshots because he's that stupid.
He sucked Elon Musk so hard.
Elon Musk still like regularly replies to him and shit. And it's the sort of thing where like, man, you realize how fast and strong it really became 2015 Twitter again.
Yeah.
I was just casually one of those dipshit like, you know, I follow just random fucking dumb fucks from like Wyoming that post into the wind. Totally. I always get to see their chud retweets. And like, I forgot Alex Jones is back on the site. Then I see a retweet. He posted a video today and it's about how white hate crimes are on the rise, or hate crimes on white people are on the rise. It's a video of this kid getting kicked in the head, having a seizure and dying.
I saw that. I saw that there was a guy, Amiri King posted that video, and then under it, he posted a sponsored link for weed gummies.
God damn it.
And all the replies were like, dude, not under this fucking post. I love you, man, but this is fucked up.
People are so nasty.
That's pretty funny. And I don't even know, like, what was the context for that?
They won't give you the news story about it or anything. They give you this video from some fucking random site or just their own, like Alex Jones just reposted it himself. And,
it's like
and it's just right there, like this fucking fake. I mean, it's a real video, but the bait behind it, like, there's already 3,000 replies in like 57 minutes earlier. These people being like, "It's time, it's war, it's time for war." It's like, thank God none of you are actually going to do anything.
Usually the news article says all of the guys were immediately arrested and they've all been charged with murder and they're held without bail.
All those like. Those accounts just love posting like murder videos and stuff. And it's, who is that like Dom Lucre guy who posted
the child porn guy. He's locked right now.
Yeah, but like, cause I think he's like,
he went,
might be feeling some hate, but he got suspended and then
he went super anti-Semitic. I think that's what happened. Like something happened to him and then said Elon is controlled by the Jews. He went super hard on that shit. So.
But like Elon let him back after posting child porn, man. That's crazy. Like,
yeah, that's to prove a point.
He
put his watermark on it too, so nobody can steal it from him.
He put his cum mark on it too.
More than likely, but like you just allow that, and it's like, man, Twitter's crazy.
Yeah, they kind of had to shut that down. That's so dumb.
It's fucking insane.
You can't do that.
I think you just have to block all those accounts, and then when people start sharing screenshots, you have to be like, listen, we get it. They're idiots. We don't need to see that stuff. Show me screenshots of cool things like Lingle digging in the dirt or AR saying he's gonna like shoot a crying child's parent.
Or guys, those are good. Spread asshole while he's sucking dick across the
Absolutely.
Oh, nice.
I found a guy the other day that I think it's every Tuesday he posts Teeny Weeny Tuesday and he's got this tiny penis he's just pinching. It looks like a little acorn glued to him. Tiny.
Those are my favorite guys.
I see it and I shake my head. I'm like, that really is one teeny weeny.
I love going to just like Debbie Sally's page, and it's just like just a porn star as their picture. They have like 1,000 tweets like, who would spend time with me? And there's just 1,000 guys that look like the guy behind Michael right now. Yeah. Just like, hi.
I love the guys who actually get replies from people like Roland Wingo,
where the
bots actually learn, where they post like, I'm lonely, I just need someone to talk to. And then they do actually get 100 different accounts that are Lisa in 10 numbers replying to them with their pictures and being like, I love you. And I don't know what level they know it's fake. Because they do complain about how there are like fake women and scammers out there, but they must believe that like 10% of those are real.
Yeah.
Like some of these got to be real, right? It can't be that all of these are fake.
That's
so
why in their
funny.
bio they put like, will not send money, do not ask for Cash App. I'm just trying to meet a real woman.
Yeah, they're trying to weed them out, but they're already on the list of top marks.
I've been hurt before by Roberto Linda.
There was a funny guy.
I've been through Rebos.
Ron Callahan. I had a bunch of screenshots that I posted a long time ago because I think the accounts got banned. But he posted a picture, like just the typical picture these guys post, where it's just like phone looking up at them and they look really bad. And then he had like a woman reply, "Oh, so sexy." And then he just sent like 7 replies to her, like, "Stupid bitch, stupid fucking bitch, I hate you, bitch. I will not give you money." Just
So
losing
good.
his mind. Oh, I love him.
There's got to be one
They're
really
so
rich
good.
guy out there who's also really stupid falling for these scams, but it just doesn't matter. And he thinks he's like so cool. He's like, yeah, here you go, baby
Oh
girl.
yeah, this is how grandpas lose their money.
Here you go, baby girl.
You need your grandpa to die first if you have any chance of the inheritance, because grandmas will give money, but not as much as these guys do.
Yeah, they're more responsible.
Yeah, they're less likely to get scammed than a lot of these grandpas. Oh no, my goat,
Unless they get an Instagram DM from Blake Shelton.
my big bro.
Oh, I'm blocked by Joshua Stange.
Yeah, me too.
It's just because I followed him.
Me too.
Bro, that
exactly.
video made me laugh so hard.
Why do you have a public account if you don't want to be followed? I wasn't going to reply to him. And he's just adding people all day.
He got followed by too many people, and like I think like his parents were like, "You got to block some of those people because something's up."
You got to
This is not
delete your
okay."
public account.
No, he better not delete his public account.
Stop saying that he's Bill Cosby's son.
Well, he's not.
He's
First
Kelsey
of all,
Grammer's
okay.
friend.
You're not his white
he's
son.
Kelsey. No,
He's
he's not his
Grammer's
son.
friend
He was
his big brother.
Okay, first
Well,
of all,
actually,
that was a
Joshua
character.
Stange, when he used to have a fade, he actually looked very much black. So it is believable that he is Bill Cosby's son.
First of all, not son, big brother. His character was big brother. They were each other's big brothers.
Maybe he's
Everybody-
Jason
Come on
Kidd's
now.
son.
Come on now.
Well, why is he younger?
Maybe he's Jason Kidd's son then.
Well, because it doesn't matter if he's
Why
younger.
is he
it's just a
younger if he's his
character.
big brother?
It's okay. It doesn't matter who's younger or older.
Well, even if you
They're
do
each
Big
other's
Brothers, Little Sisters, or
They're each
whatever,
other's
they
big
won't let you be
brothers.
younger than the kid.
Yeah, why? Who? It doesn't matter. It's
Even
each
figuratively,
other's
you
big
can't
brothers.
be. You can't be someone's big brother if
It's
you're
not
younger
literal.
than them.
I
You
don't-
can't.
I-
Even
who am I?
figuratively, it doesn't make sense.
Alex, you skinhead. Everyone's your big brother.
Yeah, I'm racist now. And I don't like Joshua Stange because apparently he's half black because his brother is Bill Cosby.
All right.
No, that was a character.
Hey, pipe down, Jason Kidd on the nets.